Hello and welcome to Coffee with Carrie. I appreciate you stopping by today. I also wanted to share with you how slow-witted I am. I sit on a chair that is very, very uncomfortable. I've been sitting on this chair for years now whenever I talk to you, and I've had it on my list to keep my eyes open for a great deal on a cool chair. I don't know why, you don't see it, but it's just this like white chair behind me. It was my mother's. It's a folding chair, and it's super hard plastic, and I sit cross-legged all the time. And I just today took one of my grandmother's Afghans. Do you want to see? I'll show you at the end. I took grandma's blanket that she made many years ago when she was a part of my life and she loved me with all her heart and me as well. And I put that underneath my little tush on my chair and I can sit cross-legged and my ankles don't have little indentations on them when I get up and I'm not moving around in pain all the time. So I'm super happy to be here today and my ankles are super happy to be here. And sometimes we just need to look at things a little differently to find a solution. And I thought today we could talk about, I don't know, is that a segue that works here? I don't even know what I'm going to talk about. I have to check my notes. Overthinking. That's what we're going to talk about. I just remembered. We are going to talk about, are you overthinking on your first or second, your beginning stages of dating? You're on a date. Are you present in the moment, or is your little mind going woo, 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 woo with all these thoughts that are taking you out of the moment? Overthinking. You know, I didn't realize people did this to such an extreme until I was a matchmaker and I started seeing my feedback forms. At the end of a matchmaker date, the next day I send out a feedback form and people answer questions like, what did you like about this person? Was there anything that you didn't like? Did you want to see them again? Any additional thoughts you have? And some people are very, very brief in their responses. Some people, like the Three Bears, just right. But there are some people who will leave me paragraphs and paragraphs. And I realized that they were so focused on so many things going on during this date that I wonder if they were able to enjoy it at all. They've come up with this great analyzation of this person that they spent 2 hours with. And I'm like, were you present and engaged and able to be your best self if this is all the stuff you were taking in during a first date? I want to talk about that a little bit and share some thoughts with you. That's what's on the agenda. Analyzing every word, every phrase, body language. I think to start, maybe we should define for ourselves here in this moment what I believe a first date is. And that is, it's the opportunity to go out with somebody, not interview them, not learn everything about who they are and what their desires are and all about their past and their family and their interests, but to go see if you enjoy somebody's company, to have a good time and be interested in getting to know somebody that you didn't know previously. Enjoy a few laughs, enjoy their company, and at the end of that you can decide, what do you have to ask yourself? Is this my person, or could this be my next person I'm married to? But do I want to see this person one more time? That's really what a first date is to me when I'm matching people and what I'm coaching them to be doing. So for sure, I know that one thing we should not be doing on these dates, we should not be overthinking on what this other person is thinking. What a fruitless waste of our time that is, because unless you are indeed a mind reader, you don't know what somebody is thinking. And to try to look for clues is, again, taking you out of the moment, and you're going to guess wrong 90% of the time. I am not amused when I get feedback that says, I don't want to see her again because I know she just didn't have a good time and she's going to say no to seeing me again. So many times my client or this other person is surprised when I say, you guessed that one wrong. The other person had a nice time. They were definitely interested in getting to know more about you. But if you're all hyper-focused on trying to read between the lines and figure out if somebody likes you, it's a waste of time. You will know eventually. So being pessimistic is obviously not in your own best interest, but even making assumptions on who this person is not going to work for you as well as just paying attention and let this person show you and tell you who they are. You know what they say about assuming. We don't have to go there. And then part of this is when people will dwell on past situations. They bring with them the weight of past dates or past failures even, and have the weight of that with them. I don't think you can truly enjoy your evening and have a lighthearted, good time enjoying somebody's company if you're bringing the weight of your past dating failures with you to this date. So allow this to be a moment. Allow it to be a fresh start in dating every time you put yourself out there so that you can do what you're supposed to do on a date and not be dragging it down with all this extra baggage. Because if you're bringing all that extra baggage and you're doing comparisons to your last partner and looking for signs that they are or aren't like this, you're definitely overthinking it. And next, do you know what overthinking does when you are doing a couple of those things? You allow yourself to talk yourself out of something that might have been really, really good. So don't allow yourself to overthink this to the point that you are making conclusions even early in the evening of a date or after just a first date. It will be what it will be. We don't need you talking yourself out of it and self-sabotaging a situation before you have all the data input that you need in order to determine whether you want to see this person again and know because they've told you or asked you out again if they want to get together with you also. The next way I see people overthinking a date is that when it's over, they are either making plans in their mind. I'd love to take him to see this in the winter, or my family is going to really enjoy his company come Christmas, or she is going to get along so great with this friend's girlfriend, blah, blah, blah. So overthinking it could be just visualizing too far into the future. And sometimes that works out great, but what happens other times? You've just made an entire plan for your future, and that person doesn't even want to get together for a subsequent date. And you've let your mind run wild with overthinking and planned your entire next 5 years of your life with this person. This is all because you were not able to stay in the moment and take it as it comes and take things in the time that they take to get to know somebody and determine if this is a person that you want to introduce to your family or you want grandma to have to sit next to at Thanksgiving dinner. All things in good time, right? So overthinking it is not your friend in those situations either. So I told you what a date is at the beginning of the episode, and I will tell you right now what a date is not. A date is not having all the answers on whether or not this is your person. This is a person you can picture yourself with as a partner for life. This is a person that is going to mesh well with everyone else that you know. This is not about knowing where they come from, who they are, what their life goals are. That's not a first or second date even for sure. This person will allow you to get to know them if you are interested and you ask great questions and follow-up questions. And if you're listening, you can see when they're excited to talk about something and encourage them to continue. But you're not supposed to know everything after a first date. And if you don't know, that's fine. Some people think, I don't know if that's my person, I'm not going again. No, you probably should consider is if you don't know, go again and find out more. You know what? You don't have to know if this is a person you can see yourself with indefinitely. You need to keep asking yourself one question. As long as there's no of the three that we talk about all the time, no red flags, no deal breakers, and no feeling of then all you have to be able to answer at the end of every date is, do I want to see this person one more time? It's really quite simple when you do it that way. So don't get yourself into a whole tizzy and let your mind get away from you. Again, it's about staying present and in the moment so that you can relate to this other person. I hope you found that interesting and or helpful. If you did, please do what my mom was telling you to do. She says, give the episode a thumbs up, won't you? And I agree. I hope you'll also subscribe and hit the ring bell. That way you're notified every time I upload a new episode. I look forward to seeing you back again soon. And until next time, have a good one. This